I'm just, start of the episode to now. I have no fucking idea what's going on anymore. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. Almost forgot the name of my own channel for a second. I'm Theta, and we're back with another episode of Link Click. We are back with episode 6 of season 2. Of course, though, we have notes and a board about episode 5. So let's go ahead and see what the board portends. I have a board changelog, of course, where I have added Tian, which is, of course, the girl's brother. I connected Shang to Zhao Ji with an orange line. I should have done that last episode. Forgot to, I guess. I connected the neighbor to Lu Lan's family with a white line due to his backing down in their moment of need. I added the blue-haired friend. I got nothing to describe them with other than their blue hair. I added Li Fan and marked him as dead. Good. I I was almost gonna do a whole note section where I'm saying I'm gonna mark him as dead because he better be fucking dead. And then I added Li Tianxi, which is the character that appears at the very end of the episode, who I incorrectly identified. I have a whole note about that. We'll get there. Otherwise, those are the changes to the board. So let's go ahead and get into the notes. Like I said before, Lou knows what the 12-hour window looks like. So times like these where he knows something horrific is about to happen and doesn't warn Chang just reflects on Lou. I have no clue why he wouldn't warn Chang of these things, especially when it seems like he's already got Chang on the hook for not changing the future. I mean, I feel like I really want to go more into this thought that I've written here, but I know I have my final thought on the matter also readdresses this because I am just so fucking angry at what Lou puts Chang through, knowing Chang's hangups. Like, Chang has this whole my family disappeared when I was a kid thing, and then Lou was like, yeah, I'm just gonna send you to this guy's life where he loses his entire family in one moment and not warn you. Because why would I? Why would I fucking warn you? It's fucking horrible. I'll wait. I'll wait till we get there at the end of my notes. So yet another character that the show has decided to hide their face from us. The brother's new friend. Blue-haired guy, as I said. Unless he dyes his hair in the future, though, no one on our board has blue hair. Then again, not everyone whose face has been hidden from us has meant something. Like Lu Min's face was hidden from episode 1. Then they just showed him to us and explained that he was that guy. No long-term mystery about it. So this could just be another one of those. In the scene where it seems Lu vanishes from the connection for a second, I had the crazy theory that maybe Lu is actually this kid after the fact. Like maybe the connection went screwy because he's talking to Lu at the same time Lu is talking to him in the present. But that doesn't work out with the fact that this girl is in the future and gave Lu the photo. I'd think that she could have recognized her brother in Lu if that really was him. And I guess I wrote this note down before realizing the end of episode misidentification that I'd already made, as that doesn't turn out to be this kid's sister in the future, but somebody else that just looks exactly like her. So I guess maybe my theory is still on the table, even though I am increasingly of the opinion that the brother probably is not Lou. It was just a thought I had in the moment. Alright, I misread the name in the heat of the moment. She said Mr. Zhao was the teacher's name, which I misconstrued as being Mr. Zhu's name from the Emily storyline, recognizing here in the notes that those are two different people. Because I remember saying in the episode, Mr. Zhao isn't a teacher, because, Mr. Zhu, who is guilty of messing with the money at the company on behest of Lu Min, versus Mr. Zhao, who is the teacher that this asshat was suspecting that his wife was cheating on him with. So, two different people. Oh, as it turns out, it's not my last note, it's my next note. Also, fuck Lou. He's clearly shouting for Chang not to jump in and affect the timeline in this goddamn domestic abuse case. I don't give a shit what anyone's counter-argument might be. Fuck that and fuck you. I'm not sorry. Save the earthquake victims, save the kid in the past, save Emma, save this family, and fuck Lou. And then my last note. Okay, I was entirely wrong at the end. I think I said the person at the police station was Zhao Zi's brother, but I think I must have misheard, as his name was Tian, and this person is Tian Zi, so I'm just as lost as ever. I also may have been influenced slightly by my thoughts about Visions of Escaflowne, which is another show that we live react to on the same day, where it turns out that... okay, I've got to start dialing back on the amount of spoilers I give for multiple shows that we watch here, because although you may be watching Link Click right now, that does not mean that you have not watched the same episode of Visions of Escaflowne that I would be referring to, or down the road you might not have been planning to watch Visions of Escaflowne. So I cannot spoil one show that I'm watching in the other episode of a show that I'm watching. It's something I've got to stop doing. So let's just say there's something in that show that really made me think that that might be what's happening here in this show. Now, if that's just a mistranslation in the subtitles, that's a different thing. If they wrote Tianxin and they meant Tianxi, whatever. But that's not what they wrote, so I think I was wrong. It's also why I gave them their own spot on the board and didn't put them... You know, I guess that requires a little bit of explanation too. The Hoodie Kid from previous episodes and this person who is Hoodie Kid, as far as we can tell, both occupy two different spots on the board. Hoodie Kid has no name in one spot, whereas this person, where we can see their face, has a name, and I put them on the board. I do not know that those are the same person just yet. Obviously, I think that they are. I think it's 100% meant to be implied that they are. I'm not sure that they are. So the board remains the way it is, preferably until at least the end of this episode, where we'll find out. So, that said, that's everything I've got leading into this. So let's go ahead and hop on in and see what this new episode brings us. Hopefully less of what the last episode brought us.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I just fucking told his new friend about this shit too. I mean, you are a kid after all. I don't think any adult would just expect you to do anything. Yeah, he better break down that fucking door and save these people. Or Shang better like stand the fuck up and Liu Kang this guy in the nuts. Johnny Cage this guy in the nuts. We're really bringing this blue-haired kid up. He better be something in the future. Oh, fuck off.
你未来想变成哪一类人呢？
You know, fuck off with this shit. I was going to say that the brother kind of has red eyes, and what sort of situation could cause a person to become a person like Red Eyes is. And if this is like the backstory of fucking Red Eyes, then it's gonna be really hard not to empathize with Red Eyes. Like, Red Eyes has done some fucking horrible shit. But if he's like trying to correct, I don't know, Red Eyes fucking killed Emma. It's gonna, I'm in a torn position. If Zhao Xin's brother was Red Eyes, and Red Eyes is jumping through people's lives and killing the people he thinks are horrible based on what happened to him here in this thing that we saw. Like, I fucking hate him for killing Emma. I don't think he killed Shen. I think Shen got blackmailed and he jumped off the roof. So really, I can only really blame him for Emma and the psychopath shit that he did at the photo studio. Oh, never mind. He killed a bunch of innocent women. I forgot. He is a psychopath killer. It is, God, I don't know where to go. I'm at a loss here. I feel sympathy and empathy for him if he is Red Eyes, but at the same time, he's done horrible shit that he can't come back from.
天辰，天辰，吕爸，你还是不是人啊？
我只是想吓唬吓唬你们。
With a fucking hammer after you fucking
冲上来了。
天辰，天辰，
remember him and the wife are both dead in the future, so
刘兰，弄成现在这个样子都是你的错，都是你。
pick up the fucking hammer and beat this guy to death.
这照片又是谁给你们拍的？我为了维持这个家，命都
The
快搭
camera
进
had a
去了。
goddamn timer on it. You'd know that if you
我在这
didn't.
过小日子。
吕凡，你已经疯了！这照片是我跟小新自己拍的。
你还骗我！你一而再再而三的骗我，还让我怎么信
Pick up the
你？
goddamn hammer and bash this guy's brains in. Shang.
骗我！
程小时，去把照片捡起来吧。
现在最该做的，不应该是去救他吗？
Yes, you should. You should fucking save her. The hammer's right there.
照片如果没了，我们现在所处的未来也就不存在了。
Fuck you, Lou. Shang, choose violence.
让你以后还敢骗我？还敢不敢和那些野男人鬼混？你干嘛？把这破照片拿来，我要撕了它！拿来！让孩子收买了。这些年，我为了你们付出的还少吗？
对不起，如果我能洞察全部的话，就不用让你来经历这些痛苦。
You can foresee everything. You're a horrible person, Lou. We know that this guy is dead in the future. We can kill him now. It doesn't change anything.
小雪，还记得小时候，妈妈每次睡前经常给我们讲的那个童话故事吗？在一个大森林里，有一个小木屋，木屋里住着一家人，有爸爸妈妈
This is the most inappropriate time for like a happy animation style shit.
他们幸福快乐的生活在一起。有一天，哥哥带妹妹去森林里采果子，走着走着天就黑了，他们迷了路，妹妹很害怕。他们遇到了2只会讲话的乌鸦。 他们想向他们问路，但2只乌鸦却笑话他们。
I don't know how to handle this fucking thing anymore.
哥哥就用石头砸死了1只，另一只吓得飞走了。哥哥就追着那只乌鸦跑啊跑啊，
跑啊跑啊，跑了不知道多久。好了，小溪。
This is the goddamn shit that I say every other show. If something happens to these kids, I'm gonna fucking stop watching.
故事的结尾，那对兄妹有没有找到回家的路啊？
Of course, it'd be the goddamn show that pulls the trigger on that. I'll just put this out there. I don't give a shit if she was cheating or not. Get a goddamn divorce. You don't fucking do this.
你在叫啊？啊？喂，我要报案
Finally.
要出人命了！地址是南德区同里巷48号607。哎呦，打得不可开交，你们赶紧过来啊！踹我想造反，是不是？
程教师，
以后日子也别过了。
Oh, don't even try to defend him.
怎么弄死你们？
Lou, you don't say another goddamn word.
你给我等着！给我等着！贱货！
程教师，程教师，
结束了。
But whatever happened,
刚刚
happened.
做了什么？为什么会完全失联啊？
我也不知道怎么了，眼前什么都看不见也听不见，然后就回来了。
You can't fucking hide clues in a situation like that. I don't want to go back and watch that.
但在出来之前，眼前还能依稀看到一些画面，好像我寄生在了小溪母亲身上，太奇怪了。
Was he in Red
这是我
Eyes'?
第一次有这样的体验。
That would explain how she had the energy to get up
关于
and
案
do
情
the thing.
你还有什么发现？再回忆回忆，看看有没有漏什么细节。
肖队，我知道您着急，但能不能先让他缓缓？
哦，不好意思，那我先把现在已有的线索再捋一捋。目前已经可以确认，照片中就是刘兰母女，但刘兰和她丈夫李凡是同一天同时死在了家里，报案人又是隔壁邻居邓某。
Okay,
据
so
报
it's
案人
dang.
所述，当天刘兰和丈夫李凡起了激烈的争执，期间还发生了家暴。
Oh, he got what was coming to
两
him.
人扭打的过程
Fuck
中
that guy.
刘兰用榔头敲击李凡头部致死。
How did she
但
die
刘兰
though?
也因腹部中刀失血过多，当场死亡。
Oh, if it was Red Eyes probably killed the body that he was occupying.
和他的孪生妹妹李田曦。
我在照片中经历的，就是这场命案的当天。但当时小溪母亲一直在被施暴，并没有做出任何反抗。
那可能是在你退出照片后。
So implying that the boy and the girl are still alive
对
though.
了，那2个孩子之后怎么样了？给陆光照片的那个，极有可能就是他们中的一个。
他们的档案目前在系统里没有查到，在案发后就像人间蒸发了一样。哦，对了，有个报案人说了解整个案情。
Oh, he could have changed the name, so it could still be the same person.
等我，
他表示只肯跟你一个人谈。
那我现在就去。
别急，我总觉得事有蹊跷，还是小心点为好。
我们可是在警局，能出什么事，你就放心吧。
乔玲姐，你跟程小石一起去吧，看着他。
那你自己也当心点。那个会使用操控能力的人，还不知道潜伏在哪儿。
That's my current
我
theory.
会安排人盯着的。
That Red Eyes took over
去的路上，我跟你讲一下
Lufan
一些技巧
and
和注意事项。
killed the husband. And then killed themselves in that body because they can do that as per Lu Min.
我们试了很多方式，对方就是跟我们打太极，所以到现在为止什么都没问出来。我们也对他进行了搜身工作，但他什么都没带，包括手机。戴着口罩也影响了身份辨识，而且他还非常谨慎，要求我们把审讯室内的所有监控设备都要拆掉，才肯进行对话。所以现在只能靠你把监听设备带进去了。来，我看下放哪好。
那我还需不需要带耳返之类的，保持跟你们的通话？
再小的入耳式耳返，如果他仔细检查，还是会发觉，到时候反而会让他起疑。所以记住我之前教你的提问方式，问话的节奏很重要，谁掌握了节奏，谁就掌握了主动权。
加油，程小时，你现在可是
Oh,
全
that's
村人民
right.
的希望。
They hid in the stairwell in a place where the cameras wouldn't catch. So ideally, this is a person that's not going anywhere where photographs can be taken of them. So they can't be Red Eyes if they're trying to hide from Red Eyes.
你好，我是程小时，请问怎么称呼你？
你好，我叫李天熙。
李天熙？
终于见面了。
I think that's why I thought it was the brother, because the name sounds the same, and they can talk.
先把你身上藏的东西交出来吧。
怎么会是他？小王，关于他的资料还找到多少？
能找到的我都带来了。
Also, they're saying how could it be her, even though it's a different name.
我身上就什么都没了。
是吗？谨慎起见，我还是想先检查一下。好了，不送了。合作的基础就是互相信任，希望这次我们能有一个更好的开始。
I'm still just a bit lost. I think all my theories are still correct. But I'm just lost by the implication of the
能
name.
不能把你的来意和知道的情况先告诉我？
游戏的基础是互相信任、公正平等。难道你这么快就忘了吗？
你是？
I guess I was just instantly wrong about the Red Eyes thing.
游戏重新开始。
这乔林和刘明的真凶竟然会是他，他现在能开口说话了。你为什么会变成现在这样？还有
Okay, so I guess Red Eyes would avoid
从一开始
cameras
进门知道我名字后，就再没问过我来历了。
so that they wouldn't fall victim to their own thing.
你早就了解过我的身世了，那我就更好奇，你是怎么知道的？
糟糕，现在他是不是真正的李天熙还不清楚。
Would that imply the fact that they don't know how Shang knows? Would it be a Red Eyes from the future is the one that's doing everything?
看来你对之前作弊的事没有深刻。
Except that Red Eyes doesn't know anything about this Chang either, so
你骗得了我，
would imply that this isn't their first meeting.
骗不了他。
但是，他到底是依靠什么能力拆穿我的谎话？现在也不得而知。
程小石，怎么不说话了？
我是通过一张照片。
Except that they know their name. Sorry, they know his name, so clearly it's not that either.
这次你终于说实话了，太好了，说明我们越来越默契了。为了庆祝这一时刻，我要喝可乐。
啊？
冰的。
啊，3罐冰可乐。谢谢，不好意思啊，又麻烦您。
I'm just, start of the episode to now. I have no fucking idea what's going on anymore.
果然是快乐水，喝完心情好多了。
话说，你为什么总是戴着口罩？也不是多大的事儿，就好奇。这里挺闷的，戴着口罩怕你不舒服。
我没病，我从来就没病。从小时候开始。
Oh, the being unable to talk thing.
我就是能听到和看到比别人更加细微的事物。一阵清风在我听来就像哭嚎，小狗的叫嚷声在我听来就如野兽咆哮。只要有人看着我，
Unless I'm right, this is the
我就会
brother
感觉有很多蚂蚁在
pretending to
身上
be the sister, and it's an element of getting smacked in the head by a hammer.
把我的喉咙就这样堵住了。但妈妈从来没有放弃过我。
小溪很棒，做得很好。
在她的帮助下，我也开始慢慢习惯和接触这个世界。但就在那个晚上，
去特殊教育学校，家里哪来的钱供他？女孩子在家有什么不好？相夫教子，遵守妇道就够了。别像他妈一样，长了一张花言巧语、勾三搭四的
I
嘴。
mean, if they have audible sensitivity to that degree, then I don't think blocking their ears would actually help.
时时的才会觉得安心。我也很讨厌自己变成别人眼中的怪胎。
对不起，我不是这个意思。
既然这样，你再答应我一件事。
他又怎么了？他可乐喝多了，想要上个厕所。哎，来，我带他去。
I guess I'll be proven right if she goes to the men's room.
情况有点特殊，他指定必须让我陪他去。
Legit, you can't see one of her other hands.
从这里走。
Do you guys not suspect knife to the back situation? Oh, you patted her down. Of course not.
在不确定他是否拥有操控能力和如何使用的情况下，还是需要多人盯防。
走吧，我来带路。来吧，我陪你进去。
等等，我有个疑问，你能先回答我一下吗？
What if they took a picture of her right now?
兄妹是挺奇怪
Could
的。
Lou see 12 hours of
档
the
案记录
future
中
that
只有
hasn't
一小
happened
段
yet?
跟案情相关的部分，其他的去哪儿了？
小队，要不我也去看看？王警官一个人没问题吧？
她可是出了名的女汉子，警队里的男同志都没几个是她的对手。
但李天熙好像要和他说什么悄悄话，没问题吗？
我也听着呢，的确听不清这个李天熙在说什么。
Yeah, especially because you both are talking at the same time they're talking.
前进，这是。
为什么我的时机这么巧？正好在我提出上洗手间的时候。
你说什
Why
么
is？she mentioning Clangin?
为什么我的时机这么巧？
Oh, the old whisper to get you in closer trap.
上洗手间。
你再说一遍。
我问。
刘兰这个案子是前进办的，
我觉得王娟那里不太对劲。
这么想来，从时间上算，也正好是前进离开警局的那一年。
The same year that the person hung themselves that was guilty of
你为什么来的时机这么巧？正好在我提出上洗手间的时候出现。该不会一直在监听吧？
该死，被他发现了，是我的问题，不该让王娟那么早过去，失算了。没想到他那么聪明，那他跟前进到底又有什么关系？
I mean, it's not a visual thing, though.
难道是前进在背后
I mean, is he
布局？
timing something? Is something about to happen?
他到底想干嘛？
小队，我去洗手间看一下情况。
我跟你一起去。啊，等等，
Are they gonna raid the police
如果失
station?
踪了，
小队，对不起，
Wow.
我们破门而入，发现窗户被打破了，以为陆先生发生了意外。在一楼和房间里也都没找到他。
I mean, if he's not on the ground, and this is another one of the jumping out of the high buildings thing.
这次可不会那么轻易就输了。
Okay, I didn't recognize any of those faces.
王警官，程小石，你们在里面吗？王警官，程小石。喂，小队，女厕里没人，他们……
我刚看了监控，他们现在估计已经逃离警局了。
怎么可能？
I mean, if they're both capable of jumping, they could just both vanished.
为什么是王娟把他们带出去的？
王警官，没道理啊！到底发生了什么事？那程小石呢？
我现在也一头雾水。
Is Wang connected to Jean?
绝对不能让他们跑了。
Is Jean? Sorry, I might be saying their name wrong constantly because my mind is thrown by the events of this episode. Qian. Could they possibly be the brother? No, they have different colored eyes. Yeah, I'm not going to lose this time. Maybe. Because it looks like Shang is escorting Tian along, like literally almost like running and pulling them. So whatever's happening, it feels like he's on board with it. Was the element of Lu looking at the phone an element of a pre-planned thing? That maybe nobody abducted Lu, that Lu broke out himself, and that they're on their way to do a thing. I don't know, because the element that Jean is not on our side has been evident all along from like the moment we slapped the guy. But he was defending her. So maybe there was something that was said there to make them change sides, but I don't think they would do that so immediately. Also, Lu didn't have a phone. So Lu wouldn't have been able to get a message from Shang to have done all this ahead of time. And this feels like a revelation's been happening right now. Although they did set up something happening in the room. That something doesn't make sense. And then we flashed to going to the interrogation room. I'm just going to read this out now. Rogue Knight in the chat. I only want to defend one thing about what you said regarding Lu. I didn't say it earlier as I wanted proof, but Lu said in episode 4 at 11:35 that due to his injury, he couldn't use his power, so he didn't know anything about what was in the photo, hence why he was reluctant to let Chang enter the photo. Cool. That defends one time. Now let's go back to the earthquake. You know, Lu is not without guilt. You know, Lu does this more than one time. That's why I went on a tirade about people that should have been saved, that Lu is against saving. Looking at it, Lu is pro that kid getting abducted and having 4 years of mental torture inflicted upon them. Because we can't change the timeline. You know? Fuck that. Save people. I'm not saying that this needs to be like a shonen show where we don't save anybody. Or, I mean, I'm not saying this has to be like a shonen show where we're all about being a hero and whatnot. But I just don't see the counter argument that this might change the timeline. Okay, change the timeline then. Like, I understand also the element of if you change the timeline, we might not meet, and if we don't meet, then this can't happen. Paradox. Sure, maybe. Risk it. You know? At the end of the day, you're just making the judgment call of what is horrible enough that we can risk not having met. And so far, like, most of the things are horrible enough that we can risk it. Like, I go to my previous arguments about the bigger picture of, you know, change the future, 2 people don't meet, a kid doesn't get born, how many of that happens, how many of that would happen in the wide scale effect of changing any element of the past. But I don't think we need to defend people that don't exist yet versus the people that do exist, right? Wasn't this Endgame wasn't this like an argument in Endgame? Tony Stark has a kid, and that kid wouldn't exist if they changed the events of the past to save everybody. And it's like, okay. And that kid represents a bunch of other kids that also wouldn't have been born. But at the same time, I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, my argument might not be based in logic. It might entirely be based in emotion. But in this case, I feel like my emotion wins. This isn't the utilitarian ends justify the means of my stuff in sorry. Somebody said something that's very confusing to me, and I don't think I need to respond to it because it's off topic at this point. You can comment that in the comment section of the video. Feel free to share. My point being is fuck Lou. Lou is really gonna have to pull himself back some steps to, I don't know, to be the person that I enjoy again. Because this is just some real psychological manipulation shit. You know, you're putting essentially your friend in a position that causes them real mental harm constantly, and you might not have been able to tell this time, but you've been able to tell a lot in the past, and you only say stuff right before they approach that moment. And that is fucked up. And, I just, from my perspective, I don't appreciate reliving this shit myself. So, when it comes to this episode, though, I do not know what to think. Right now, I do not know what to think. Obviously, there will be thoughts later when it comes to notes. It's not like I'm holding back thoughts, like, oh, I can't tell them everything I'm thinking. I better hold some stuff off for notes. There's just so much here that I'm not sure what I should be thinking or that I'm putting anything together at the moment. I'm still confused about the naming thing. So the possibility is either they changed their name and the show isn't acknowledging that out loud, or that they wrote the name down wrong the first time and they just changed the name after the fact, which I don't feel like is the thing either. But again, that could be the whole Emma thing. Unless it's the whole Emma thing where Emma turned out to have two different names and that she changed her name when she joined the company and whatnot. Very confused by that. Confused by the connection to Jean and what that might actually mean. Finding out that, well, actually, no. So what does it mean that he protected her? Not he protected her, he defended her and then quit the force a year later, because he quits the force and then becomes a lawyer. So how did he defend her a year ago? Unless he means he defended her from domestic abuse, which I guess would be different. Because if he defended her as a lawyer, well, I mean, what would he be defending her against lawyer-wise either? So yeah, I guess I have to really think about what that means as well. But also what that connection is, why Wang would be guiding them down the hall, if not to imply that maybe this has something to do with something that the detective set up ahead of time. Again, in that conversation that they had in the hospital room before they sent Shang out to discuss everything. I don't know. There's so many connective tissues, so many connective things here that I feel like I got to think about them all a lot longer, and also rewatch the second half of the episode to really try and piece it together with what clues I have existing in the notes. That's the thing about when I talk about stuff here, is that what I'm dealing with here is essentially what is in the top of my mind when we just saw, versus when I'm rewatching, I have my notes and I can cross-reference my notes, and that's not stuff that I can do instantly in the rewatch, or I could, but it's not going to. That's the deal. Well, that said, I'm glad to be past this part. I hope that we're past this part. At least that guy died. It's not something I say very often, but at least that guy died. If anyone deserved to die in this show, it was that guy. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. So once again, I've been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?